I would like to welcome all to this hall of fame, where we salute who stood tall, whether blood or cups. Boosts closed out the mall, drug dealers are fiends, strippers and hood entrepreneurs. We them ghetto stars. I know generals with scars. They gon' tell us about their life and try to guide you through yours. Hey, Scooney on the beat, soldier smooth hit record. Where we live by the gun, try not to die by the sword. We them ghetto stars.
We them ghetto stars.
Welcome back to another epic episode of Ghetto Stars Podcast. I'm your host, Bazurke. Today with me I have an extraordinary guest, my big homie, OG Killer Kev, non-Trey Gangsta.
Salute.
You already know,
man. You already know, man.
Listen, it's an honor to have you here, big homie. How you feeling, man?
I'm blessed to be here,
Thank
man.
you for coming through,
you know
man.
What I mean?
Shit.
Watching my homie come on here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shaquille. I said I gotta sit in that seat he sat in. You know? That's
Yeah.
what we do. We like sharing seats and cells.
No
you know what I mean?
No
Commissary, you heard?
A little bit of everything, right? Yeah. It's all good, man.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing. Oh, man. So, today is a beautiful day. Last night I couldn't even sleep, man. I was so excited she was coming through, and, you know, I would just like to start right into this thing, man.
Fact.
Tell the people, who are you? Where did you start your beginning? Where was your story starting off at? Where were you born?
I was born in Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. You know? I was born in Kings County Hospital, man. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by a single mother, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom, Margaret Davis. Boom, salute to her. My younger sister, Tanya Davis, salute to her.
Ah, salute.
And my youngest and the last of the breed, Young Brook for real. You hear me, Young Brook? Love you, little bro, you heard? Salute. Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So, okay, now you got two siblings. You
Yeah.
got two siblings?
Well, on my mother's side, I got my sister, my younger brother. On my father's side, I got 3 younger siblings.
Okay, that's
You know
what's
what I mean?
up.
And 1 older sister. You know what I'm saying? They all down south. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's...
You know what I mean? They spread it out. You know
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Different locations, you know?
You
Right.
got, out of all of them, who do you have the closest bond with? You know, we all got we got a relationship with all our siblings.
Right.
But it's something that, you know, we take to a little bit closer than the rest. Is there any like that?
Yeah, it's my younger sister. Pain in my ass, but it's my younger sister. She's behind, but she stays behind me the closest. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
She's been around me all life. You know what I'm saying? And you know, she got history in herself too, you know, from the streets. She's a good woman now. She's working for Wall Street. She's on Wall Street working, you know. She also is a mentor for young at-risk kids, you heard?
Oh, that's
She gonna talk to the kids and troubled women, troubled girls that got raped or whatever the case may be with drug, problems and stuff like that. So she's the one I talk to every day, and we fight every day.
No doubt.
I mean? That's a fact.
Tough love. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely respect that.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Brownsville?
Yeah, I grew up in Brownsville, man.
No doubt,
I grew up
man.
in Brownsville houses, man.
Brownsville houses.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What particular block is that on?
That's absolutely on Blake between Mother Gaston and Rockaway. So I'm in the heart.
Rough blocks right there.
Yeah, I'm in the heart. When you come up my building, all you see is oversized tombstones. You don't see no shopping area. You don't see none of that.
Like
you
that.
just see projects.
That's
you don't
really
even know how you get out of it. Like, how am I gonna get
the
out?
maze.
Right, it's a maze, exactly. I'm in the heart.
So that Iron Mike Tyson's from Brownsville too, right?
Absolutely, from Amboy. Shout out to Mike Tyson.
Wow,
man.
salute to Iron Mike.
Big
That's
brother
my
back.
hero too, man.
Right.
Real shit, yo.
Right, yeah.
That's like modern day, like I can't say Malcolm. I just say he's the guy that says everything that you wanted to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that motherfucker there, he holds no punch, but he say whatever the fuck he want at any time.
And he back it up.
He
back his mouth up.
Word, that's my hero, man. I wish I had heart like Mike. Mike go off. He tell everybody, kiss my ass. You're a piece of shit.
I'll eat his kids. Well, somebody talking about eating my kids, man, I'm scared to death, man.
You got that. You got that. That's your world, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you know. Hey, so where are your parents from?
My parents is originally from South Carolina. It's funny you said that. My mom name was Margaret Davis. My father name was Joe Davis. And they, you know, when I go back and I think about when they met and my mom was telling me the stories, they never was married.
Oh shit.
So they wound up, you know, having a kid, which I came out of. You know, I came out of their relationship. The relationship they had, I wound up being the son of both of them. So I was a Davis.
Right.
But they was both from South Carolina, Harrisburg. You know what I mean?
South Carolina,
Yeah.
Word.
Facts, yeah.
Wow, that's deep. That's the deep South. It seems like a lot of us got original roots in South Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina.
Yeah.
A lot of us, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever used to go back down there and visit from time to time?
Absolutely. Throughout my younger ages, growing up in Brownsville, you know, although my father wasn't no longer with my mother, so my father would come get me, take me to my grandmama. I gotta say, oh, God bless her soul. She just died like a month ago. You know what I'm saying? My grandma. So, you know, salute to her. And yeah, so I used to come, you know, and you know, go down south. He'd come pick me up. We go down south for like a week or two. He'll bring me back. You know what I mean? So by the time I was like 12 years old, I got the news that, you know, he got murdered. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's part of it. You know, that was part of life. But you know, at that time, losing your father, you heard, and I was real close to him. So, you know, I took it different, even though he didn't live with me, and our relationship was at distances. But when he came, he showed mad love. I can never forget. It's like a kid knows. A kid don't have to see you for months.
Word.
Sometimes years. But when they see you, because they'll remember the good things about you. And that's the only thing I can say I remember about my pops.
Right.
He was always smiling with his gold crown on the side. He had a gold crown on the side. And I said always, Dad, you get that crown, you know? If you put that in my mouth, you can't take it out. Son's grounded, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he had a good smile, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. You felt good when you seen him.
I felt good when I seen him, you know? And you know, one day, I was outside playing football with other peers of my age, you know, friends.
Right.
And I seen a bunch of my family members. I lived in a 6-4 apartment building.
Okay.
So I was outside playing football, boom. Just so happened that before I found out, my mother been through the news. She called my parents over there. She called her aunts and my uncles over there.
Yeah.
To hold her down because she wanted to tell me the news, but I didn't know. So I'm outside playing football, beep. I see cars roll up in the projects. It's my aunts. What the fuck are you doing in my motherfucking house? 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
At night time out there playing football. So my aunts and uncles, they come, they look past me, they hug me, kiss me, or go upstairs. Some of them gave me some money, you know?
Yeah.
And then they went upstairs. I'm like, what the fuck? But I ain't want to go upstairs. I'm playing football.
No. That's extra time outside.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't going upstairs till 11 o'clock.
You know the shit. When the relatives in time.
Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. You know, so
It was
while
the wrong time.
Right, I'm absolutely out. While I was outside, you know, like I say 10 minutes after, you know, my aunts and uncles and they came through. And they called me out the window, Kevin, come upstairs. And my mother usually called me through, Kevin. I was like, that don't sound like no garbage shop, taking the garbage out.
Right. Something says, yeah.
Well, I wound up going upstairs, and when I went upstairs, I went to my mother's bedroom, and they closed the door behind me. And my aunts and uncles was outside the bedroom. My mother came in the room, and she held me, and she kissed me, and she said, I'm so sorry. She started crying. She said, your dad passed away. And it felt like my entire soul, it's like I got deaf, you heard? Because I tried to cry, but I couldn't let it out. One of them screamed, like, you heard? It was deep, you heard? But you know, I'm 13 years old, and you know, and that was that was like one of the hardest hitting, you know, it was worse than an ass whooping, this cry. You know what I mean? I got ass whooping.
That soul cry, that deep.
That was a deep cry. That shit came from my gut. So she held me, I cried, you know what I mean, and and that was it. I went to the funeral, and you know what I'm saying, and my other brothers and sisters from my father's side, they came, and it was crazy because you were staring at me, like when I pulled up in the car, my pops had an afro, and the suit he was buried in, the suit that it was at the funeral was the same color suit that I had on when I pulled up, in the same tie.
What?
That was crazy. So when I came out the car, all my family from down south that I've never met,
They knew who
never
you
met.
was.
I came out, they looked, and everybody just stopped in the middle of the streets. They stopped in their tracks, and they were like, "Oh my God!" They thought they saw
A ghost,
him.
yeah.
They thought they saw a ghost. But I didn't realize at the time. I started soaking all this in afterwards. When they saw me, the look on their face and the expressions that they had when they looked at me told me a lot about how much I reminded me of my father. So,
Man.
That was deep. That was a deep moment.
Hell yeah,
That
man.
was deep, though.
Wow.
Shout out to my pops, Joe
Shout out
Davis.
to
You
Pops,
heard?
man. Rest in
Word.
peace, man.
Yeah.
That was a lot to deal with at that time. And,
Yeah, I lost a friend.
Yeah, I understand, man.
Because that's what our relationship was like. Took me out to Coney Island. We rocked together. He spent time with me. He made us, although he had a wife and other kids in Queens, he would come to Brooklyn, pick me up, and come see, and come to Queens with his wife and my other brothers. I had 3 other brothers. You know? Joe Davis Jr., Lati Davis, and Donnell Davis. You heard? And so I would go over there in Queens and play, and then he'd bring me back on the weekends for school and come back.
Man, that's love, man. At least he wanted to keep y'all together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did that before he passed.
Have that,
yes, we
that
do.
bond? That's good, man.
Yes, we do.
That's real good, you know what I'm saying? It's important to keep that. I know he's happy that y'all stay connected because that was the foundation. That was the reason he wanted to make sure, like, listen, even though I'm not with his mom, y'all gotta know each other, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is y'all bond right here. Hold on.
Bond.
I'm glad that y'all kept that tight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very important as family to keep that sibling bond tight.
Right.
I practice it. But I need to practice more what I preach because I'm guilty of not doing things the right way when it comes to sibling stuff. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. We'll talk about that on a whole nother day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, by the way, not meaning to cut you off, big homie. I just want to tell all the viewers right now. Hold up, you hear something? You don't hear no motherfucking smoke detectors. So shut the fuck up. Make sure y'all don't put none of that bullshit in the comments, nigga. You see we tightened up. You heard? You don't hear nothing. You see what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I ain't smoke no weed. I'm properly rested.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand? We up, we shine bright, Killer Kevin, motherfucking big homie, I'm Soup, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with your little homie. I appreciate that, man.
My little big homie.
Salute, man. So, let me ask you this. What did you want to be as a child when you grow up? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was so aggressive and so active in a lot of things. And I took some of the sports that's most similar bills to my character. You know, like football.
Football, yeah.
Contact sports.
Right.
You know what I mean? Football was one of my favorite sports even before boxing. I like contact sports because it gave you an integration experience with physical attack.
A good reason to fuck somebody up without getting in trouble.
Without getting in trouble. I was a roughneck, you heard? I got a triple, boom, slam his head, boom. I made him so hard, the time was gonna come off. You know, shit like that, you heard?
Yeah.
And I remember when mother bought me for Christmas because even when I was young, I always loved Pittsburgh. Terry Bradshaw was one of my best quarterbacks. And my mom couldn't afford a Pittsburgh Steelers shirt. So she got me a football shirt or jersey that was plain, right? With the yellow stripe, black with a yellow stripe, but it was close to Pittsburgh, but it just didn't say Pittsburgh.
Right,
but I accepted it. I like black and yellow. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You made that shit work.
Right. So you know, well, after she bought me, you know, my equipment, I began to experience, you know, playing with I was so happy and so astonished with my football equipment. So now I come outside and everybody like, let's play two-hand touch. We playing two-hand touch, I'm the only one with my equipment on. They was like, yo, take that shit off. Yo, Gay, what's wrong with you? Take it for us. Nah, we playing football, right?
Yeah.
You ain't gotta put your equipment on. But I was like, nah, I want my jersey on, you heard? I want my pads on. They like, this nigga crazy.
Yeah,
I just had my helmet on, you heard?
Motherfucking
Yeah,
right.
you hurt somebody.
You wanna crack something.
That was funny though, you heard? That was one of my funniest
Funniest foods. You just wanted to do that.
Yeah, that was.
So you seen yourself on the front page on the highlights, you know what I'm saying, for some football, sports,
Right. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man.
You know
Ain't
what I
nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Word.
man.
What was one of your biggest dreams ever?
One of my biggest dreams ever, man, I wanted to always become a boxing champion. You know what I'm saying?
Boxing champ.
Boxing was, boxing. I was introduced through boxing, right, through a young guy. You know, because I was in the projects. You know, when I went from playing little league football, you know, for the Pee-wees and the juniors, and then it went to the seniors. You know what I mean? I started, I started beginning to experience street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, the violence in the street. So growing up in Brownsville, I always seen it. You know what I mean? I remember looking out my window. I remember hearing shots one day. Looking out my window from the 6th floor and looking down and see a fucking head split wide open. And I had seen the police over top of a black man. First time I seen a detective over a black man. It was like, damn, buddy, look what the fuck he cursing the dead dude out. What the fuck you made me do? You see what you made me do? Damn. And he was crying. The cop was crying. But at that time, like, what the fuck? You know, I was real young when I experienced the first shooting in front of my face.
Wow.
So I looked out the window and I said, Mom, look. My mom came to the window and said, don't look at that. You know, and it was a dude, he snatched some woman chain, and the police, it was an undercover detective, happened to be in the area, and the dude had a gun. So he snatched the woman chain, had a gun, he started shooting out with the police. He happened to run behind my building, and the police shot him from a distance and dropped him. And he was right there, and then the police came running up on him and took the chain, like, they started yelling at the dude why he died. He died right there on the spot. He said, what the fuck you made me do? That's the first experience that I seen. You know what I'm saying? So, but after that, I began to, like I said, experience things in the street, robberies and things of that nature, people getting shot, so, growing up and then, be having some type of knowledge and existence about what's going on, you know what I mean? I began to challenge and been challenged. I began to challenge certain energy, and energy began to certain energy was beginning to challenge me, and that's how I came in existence with violence. You heard? Like, all right, so I can't fight no more. I gotta pick my knife up. So I can't pick my knife up no more because now gun is better. So now I have to pick my gun up and things of that nature. And that's how I became, a victim from the prison system by started shooting people.
Yeah.
And then that's what led to my downfall. But the whole time, though, I gotta say, this whole time I was in the streets, I also took part of being in, surrounding myself around boxing atmosphere.
Word, you still had that.
I still was in the gym. I'm gonna say this. I used to put my gun and my drugs in the bag, my boxing bag with my headgear, my hand wrap, go to the gym, boom, boom, fight, box, boom, boom, run miles, you heard? Run miles around my hood, but I still had the streets. I still put up in the streets.
Balance, man.
It was exactly.
It's not that you wanted to do that, you just had to adapt to your surroundings.
Absolutely.
I understand that, and anybody from my walk of life would understand that.
Absolutely.
People think that, dudes wanted to be out here doing, all these different things. The man was still chasing his dream, you know what I'm saying?
Fact.
But all the while, you gotta be prepared.
Exactly.
Because there's some niggas out here that ain't got no fucking dream, and they just lurking.
Facts.
You gotta be ready, even what they said in the Bible, what they say that rod of thy staff comfort me. You know what I'm saying? This modern day time. That's just what it was. You know, the man had his rod and his staff on deck, just in case somebody want to act stupid. What is one of your biggest fears, man? I'll tell you mine.
No, go ahead.
When I say biggest fears, like my biggest fear was not being able to leave nothing for my kids when I leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest fear.
Right. I can relate to that.
You know what I'm saying? What is one of your biggest fears?
All right, I could take part of that, what you just said, because that does make a lot of sense.
Wow.
That's one of my biggest fears too, man, to leave this earth without knowing that my kid's not going to be all right.
No doubt.
You understand what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But I remember another aspect to that too.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody asked me but you didn't ask me, but they asked me, it was a class I had to do a seminar for when I did my book, The Ville, Zebra Town. And they asked me, are you afraid to die? I thought about it. I said, nah, but I am afraid how I'm going to die. That's a big difference.
That's a big, major difference.
You understand? That scares me more. That scares me more about dying. How I'm going to die. That scares me more than anything.
True.
You understand? So that's, that's one to touch on that.
Well, no, that's real, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And listen, I'm one of the same shit that we don't want to talk about or think about, but it's reality,
that's
you know?
A fact.
And I hate even sitting down, and sometimes I gotta sit, be playing with the kids and shit, sit and tell them like, look, man, y'all niggas better listen to me, cause I ain't always gonna be here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And show y'all the way. So y'all gotta always remember everything I taught y'all and hear my voice in y'all head even when I'm not around. Mm-hmm. Don't wait for me to tell you to do something. Do it because you hear me in your head telling you to do it before I tell you, physically. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just, life is too deep, man. Sometimes you just don't even want to touch it. You don't even want to touch certain, you don't want to touch subjects.
You want to think about certain things, but sometimes it's good that, but that's what keeps us born alive, because that's why I don't play with people. That's why I don't play around. Right. And I take things serious. I don't, and they said, sometimes you got to be judgmental. Sometimes you got to overjudge things too. Because it's necessary for you to overjudge things and underjudge them. Right. You understand?
Right.
You can't judge a book by its cover. So, that's probably why I'm that type of person. Mm-hmm. That, everybody like, damn, son, you got to let down so much. You got to let down so much. But to my state, you never walked in my shoes. Y'all niggas ain't took action like me. Y'all don't know what I've been through.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been through a lot more things than y'all have been through, so I take things different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts,
absolutely.
Man.
People don't understand that.
They don't.
They say, yo, man, why the fuck you acting like that? Why you like, nigga, have you been through what I've been through?
Right.
Until you experience that kind of shit, then you're not going to understand. It's just like somebody say, right, a motherfucker come up to you and say, yo, man, I'm hungry. You give me something to eat? If you ain't never been hungry, you ain't going to feel that person's pain.
That's a fact.
You just going to take light of it like, man, whatever. I'm telling that nigga, yo, come with me. Let's go eat.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? If they turn it down, then they just wanted that bread to go get they blast on or whatever. But other than that, a hungry nigga gonna be like, shit, I come with you. Let me get a bagel, cream cheese.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And only a hungry person would know that.
That's a fact.
But,
that's a whole fact.
Yeah, man. What school did you go to?
This is funny you said that. Even when I was junior high school, so I really went to high school. Well, after junior high school, which is a 6th and 7th grade, I guess. And then you go to high school.
Start from the 8th.
Right, start from the. No,
actually start from the 7th. It start from the 7th?
No, it start from the 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, everywhere had different.
No, 9th, 10th, 11th, right? 12.
Yeah,
right?
some spots like 10, 11, and 12.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Right, but
4
mine
years,
started
9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the 7th and the 8th. When I graduated from the 8th, this is crazy. I barely graduated from junior high school after the 8th grade.
What school was that?
It's called Marcus in Brownsville.
Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus.
No
You know what I'm
doubt.
saying? It was called Marcus, 273. But what happened was, I wound up taking a test, right?
Mm-hmm.
For automotive high school, right? And the aviation high school.
All the airplane shit and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I passed both tests.
Word.
And I was surprised that I passed both those tests to get in both those trade schools, and I wanted to go to automotive.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of aviation.
Instead of the cars.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
no
Yeah,
doubt.
you know, because aviation was over there, Guadi or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? The aviation school for the planes.
Yeah.
Went over there.
My uncle went to my uncle went
You
to
make a lot of
Grady.
money.
Grady or
I
something
heard
like
about
that, man.
yeah.
Shout out to Uncle Bonds, man.
Shout out to Uncle Bob,
You
bro.
already know, man.
Yeah.
He did the aviation thing. He was on that flight school shit for a minute.
Facts.
That's how I heard about that.
Right. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you could be stranded anywhere in the world right now, where would it be?
Stranded?
Yeah. An island anywhere in the world that you always wanted to visit, you always wanted to be somewhere. Like, fuck it, just dump me off over here. You know, you got all the needs that you could ever want. You got your lemon water. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right,
you like
right,
your lemon
right,
water
right,
and shit.
right.
You got all your.
It'd probably be Cancun. Bro.
Cancun, Mexico.
Yeah, I've been there
Yeah.
one time.
Now you got a movie.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie to take with you out there?
My favorite, yo, this is gonna be crazy. My favorite movie that I love.
All time shit.
Oh man,
You only get one.
I know,
You only get one.
man. Okay,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a movie that I love. It's like a little gangster flick. Dude comes to the jail, and you know what I'm saying? He picks his man up in a coffin, and you know he got a girl in the hearse. What's the name of that joint, man?
I don't even sound familiar.
But Godfather is my best joint. I can look at Godfather over and over. This one is like Godfather, but it's more to it than the Godfather. Godfather
Is
is
it
my
a
favorite
newer
joint.
movie or
No,
is
it's
it
an
a
old
Jose
classic, yeah.
No doubt. So okay, until we find out the title of that,
Right.
we're gonna go with
Godfather.
Godfather.
Godfather. That's
We're gonna
the
go with
best.
Godfather. Now, favorite album of all time. You get one album to sit
Album?
on. One album. You got your Godfather movie. You got one album.
My album
Okay.
is Scarface, Ghetto Boys, you heard? That's my favorite
Ghetto
joint.
Boys.
You understand? See, you know,
Which one? We Can't Be Stopped. Which one?
it goes back. The old joint, Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
With Mr. Scarface.
With Mr. Scarface, yeah. Oh man, I forgot the name of that particular album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Scarface
I
is
think it's
back.
Ghetto Boys. Mr. Scarface is back.
Yeah.
Born Killer.
Born Killer,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Diary of a Madman.
Oh
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
good
Oh
shit.
shit. Okay.
That
That's
was
like
one
a
of my-
best of joint, probably. Yeah.
That was my best, man. That was the best, man.
The Diary, that shit was hard.
Yeah.
Untouchable.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to pick, man. It's so difficult.
Right.
People think that's an easy task. That shit is difficult.
Nah.
You miss a
And
lot
my
of
young
good
boys
shit.
in Brownsville listen to that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and we used to write the fan club. I made them a fan club. So we used to write Houston, Texas, where they had the address at. Like, yo, we want a Ghetto's Boys t-shirt. They send it to us. We send them money, yeah, because you know we
that's dope. Yeah.
We send them money. We had the Ghetto Boys hat, Ghetto Boys t-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know, we even took their names and said, I'm Scarface, you heard? Y'all niggas is Willie, you heard? Bushwick Bill. You know what I mean?
Rest in peace, Bushwick Bill, man.
Yeah,
shout out to French face.
I can't shout out Bushwick Bill. You ratted on my man.
What?
Mario Rossetti, yeah, he was a rat.
What?
Yeah,
Mario?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's what Mario Rossetti did all that time because of
What?
Bushwick Bill.
Because of Bushwick Bill?
Yes.
Yo, my name Bennett, and I ain't in it. You know, shout
He
out to
take
Big
that
Bro.
back.
I
take that
back. Yo, Mario Machete, much love, my
Yeah,
G.
Mario
Hey, yo,
Machete.
and on some gangster shit, my big sister was petrified of Bushwick Bill.
What?
She used to see that nigga be petrified. That
She
little
scared of
boy-
midget?
She's petrified of midget, man.
Did she
For
scared of
particular-
me?
Nah.
She gotta be scared of me.
Nah, Nah, you towering over that nigga, man. You towering over that
joking,
nigga. You feel me? Yo, man,
Yeah,
look. That's a touchy subject, man. Hey, yo, I know one thing, though, man.
Yeah.
I'm very honored to have you here and showing this Damu love, man. This shit is priceless, man. I can't thank you enough. Right. You could be anywhere, like I said, but you chose to be here on GhettoStarzPodcast.
Right.
Make sure y'all go subscribe, Killer Kev page on YouTube. Make sure y'all do that ASAP. Shout out to Soldier Smooth Productions in the motherfucking building. You know how we do. We just getting this thing started, man. So we're going to get into these deeper questions now.
That's a fact.
Know? Now, this time, we on the island. How old were you the very first time you got snatched? You know, first time you ever got captured by police, man?
The first time we got captured by police was like 1986.
Damn.
1986, man.
What happened?
This is bugged out. I don't know if you remember Swatch watches back in the day.
Oh, do I?
You remember Swatch watches?
All right. Oh, yeah.
So, going to school, I got a little crew with me and shit, and, a couple of girls, because, it was a school next to Automotive High called Eli Whitney.
Okay.
And a lot of females went there. See, Automotive had no females. It was like a prison.
Oh, man.
So I chose to go to a school like a bunch of prison. Like it was prison.
Right. I went to the same kind of school.
Like 2, 3,
That's
because it's Automotive. What woman's going to be a mechanic?
Right.
So, but anyway, so while we ride the train, there was a white guy, on the train, chunky dude.
Okay.
And what happened was, he was leaning against the door. So, I was, talking to a couple of dudes, what up? He just kept staring at me. So my man verted too much. He's like, yo, man, why you staring at me? Why you staring at me? So I zoned in on him. Then I zoomed in up and down, I looked up and down, boom, and then I seen some big, colorful, nice little watch with colors in it.
Swatch.
And I was like, I knew exactly what it was. I was like, oh, and now Swatch one. You heard? So
looking
now,
like a full course meal.
I didn't tell my mans in them.
Right.
So, I averted my attention back, so I got a Swatch watch on. So I'm talking to the young lady from Cypress Projects, Eastern New York. Shout out to Tamara.
Salute, man.
Or Tara. That's her name, Tara.
Salute,
Not Tamara. Tara. But
Tara.
anyway, Tara, I was talking to at the time, pretty real dark-skinned woman, you heard? And, she was polo down with the polo goose. I had the polo vest on, the 4-finger on and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I started talking to her, and she kept, as I'm talking to her, she kept looking at the dude, so he distracted her. She kept looking at the dude, that kept looking at me.
Right.
So I'm talking to you, right? So that shit got me mad. Now I'm very much, yo, you want to look at this nigga so much? What the fuck? So I went over there, I was like, yo, you got a problem? As soon as the door opened, I punched him. Boom, boom. He fell, but when he fell, he pulled me with him.
What?
So he pulled me with him, so I fell on top of him and I'm hitting him.
Yeah.
But my mans in them grabbing me, right? This guy crazy. While my mans in them grabbing me, I pull his collar. When I pulled his collar, I seen nothing but mad jury.
Oh,
so now I turn to the devil. Oh, shit. No. I'm dead serious.
Took that shit off,
man. He should have. I pulled this collar. My man's pulling me. I'm pulling him, and I got possessed. I was like, and these niggas got possessed. So we both all fighting this for the jury.
Yeah.
So I got the watch.
Yeah.
I struck the watch. These niggas trying to take the chain. I'm fighting these niggas. Fuck the chain. Fuck the chain, you heard? Fuck out of here. So the niggas like, okay, what the fuck? Come on, nah, it's my shit. Showing up, you heard? I get half of everything. Oh, my bad.
No doubt.
Oh, shit. I get half of everything.
Yeah.
Boom, and I put it in my pocket, and we all run the split. Because he got up, he ran. They're calling police. And I heard somebody say, we calling police. So I ran, but my crazy ass, I was so nervous that I ran off the platform. When the train stopped, I ran down a platform. And I jumped onto the tracks. So I'm running in the tunnel through the tracks. That's crazy. And running through the tracks. Boom, right? This is ill. And right through the tracks is light. It's the outside. So I'm running so I can hit to the light. It's on Bushwick and Aberdeen on the L train station. I wound up running out the train tracks. These niggas running behind me. And a train coming.
Oh, hell
but the train stopped.
no.
So, what I did, and God bless the dead, man, shout out to my little man, Manzi, you heard, from Van Dyke. Ricky, man, Ricky, word up. He ran behind me. What happened was I jumped onto a brick layer as a fence, and it's a cemetery behind the fence.
Oh,
so
shit.
I, eventually try to run up the fence.
Yeah.
And these dudes is running behind me. So my man pulling me, yo, wait for me. So I wound up falling. Boom.
Oh.
That was crazy because I hit my head on the cement. Boom.
Oh,
got up, big.
shit.
I was like, oh man. So I got up, and everybody was just nervous.
Yeah.
We was trying to get away.
Fuck out of there.
So anyway, make a long story short, I didn't know what to do, and I stood on the tracks, and the train conductor looking at me, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So I ran towards the train. Fuck it. I ran towards the train because I tried to get between the cars.
Yeah.
So fuck that. I went up under the train and went up under the cars, and the police snatched my ass up.
Whoa.
They was waiting for me, and you know what's crazy? Like, a couple of them ran in front of me, and I seen the legs go up mad fast, looking. I'm like, what the fuck the niggas doing? The police was snatching these niggas up, but I didn't know because I was under the train.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going with these niggas at. And so
right.
It was waiting for me. I was like,
oh shit, got you next.
So I got
crazy.
bagged up with 2-3 other dudes.
Damn.
We wound up getting probation for robberies. The first time going, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this.
That was the first time I got arrested. It was crazy.
You get snatched up. Now, they put you in a regular car, paddy wagon, bus, what they do? They send you out.
They had us in the van. They put us in the van. Yeah. We got on the train.
And you
right?
still have the jewels.
I got code the jewels. I was the only one getting code with everything.
Oh,
so I took the rap for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Gangsta.
You know what I'm saying? I took the rap for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
These dudes got probation and shit. I got I got probation. It was a couple of days in jail and probation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was my first offense. You know
Right. So was you nervous going in the building or what? Did you see? What was the first thing you was thinking?
Well, when I went through the system in '86, I wound up going through the system and coming home. When I seen the jail, I wound up coming home. Now the second time after that is when I went to Rikers Island. That was like '89. And I got picked. It's crazy because I got picked up on the case. In '89, I was on a co-op job where you go to school 1 week. And they put you on a job.
Work week, yeah.
Work week. I was doing that. So while I was on the job, I was a Brooklyn Union Gas customer service, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I was trying to get my shit together. So what happened was the dispatcher got a call to the dude I was driving with. Yo, you got Kevin Davis, yeah, we gotta bring him back to the main office. What the fuck? So I think something happened to my mother. Or something happened to somebody in our family. So they take me and I go back to the main office and they got 2 detectives right there with suits on. So as soon as I get out the truck, they go, you tapping? I was like, yeah, well, just come with us. You'll be back at your job. Somebody just picked you out of the lineup on the robbery. I said, what?
It's like it was a no big deal and shit.
Absolutely.
Get the fuck out of here with that, yo.
Now, see, that's exactly what I was going through. And sure enough, I went with them. Somebody picked me out of the line. Didn't know who it was at the time until after I got out. But someone said I robbed them on the train station, on the A train station, whatever the case may be, for their jury. Supposedly I had a handgun. You heard? So I was like, all right. So I go through the system. Damn, fuck, who the fuck is this? I don't rob no bitches. I don't.
Right,
and it was a female. I said, I ain't robbing no bitches. And I never been to the station, the train station, where she said I robbed that. Because it was in Queens. So I wound up going through the system and going to Rikers Island. I stayed for a few weeks, all behind that shit. I lost my job, but I wound up getting bailed like a month later. That was it. So, and I wound up getting 6 months, which I already had in, because I think I did 6 months. Well, I got, you know what I'm saying, because of that case. And 5 years probation, and boom, I came home. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, yo.
Right.
That bullshit. So you came home when?
Right.
89?
89.
Okay.
We're up to 90.
89 to 90.
Right, and then 90, check this shit out, then 90, I was doing my numbers. You know what I mean? I caught another case. So boom, I was doing my numbers, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But this was a mistaken identity, definitely again. I can't believe it. So anyway, I was in the crib asleep. I had my family from down south staying with me. My aunt just passed away. We lived in the same apartment as I did. But it was me and my younger cousin, you know, and we was doing our thing in our building in Brownsville. You know, we was making money. We had 2 guns and we had mad jewelry. We had a couple of, you know, ounces or whatever the case may be. And just remind you, my aunt just died. So I was staying with her, and I was helping her pay, but she died. She passed away. God bless her dead on Adamant.
Yeah.
Salute to her. So now, so what happened was I got woken up with guns in my face.
Wow.
I couldn't find out later on what happened. I'm gonna get into that.
Okay.
So they boom, yo, get up. Yeah, in my face with the guns and the flashlight while I was asleep. Boom, boom, and
crazy.
I got arrested. They went in the room, and my cousin had, and we hid stuff in a baby teddy bear, and they found the drugs, they found the gun, they found the safe. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I found the shit in the teddy bear.
I took the rap for that. Hell yeah, they went through the whole.
What the fuck? Nah, somebody
Fact.
tell them that.
Yeah.
That's not no shit that you normally. Man, so they grab you up, take you.
They grabbed me up. They handcuffed me in the hallway of the apartment house.
Yeah.
And they had everybody else lined up in the hallway. And my mom came and it hurt her because it was my mother's sister that passed away in that apartment. So, you know, my mom come and she said, "You got the nerve to sell drugs out of my sister's apartment when she just passed away."
Damn.
You know, she started hitting me with the newspaper. Boom, 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 boom. You know, I was like, oh, shit, boom, boom.
Like a
I
naughty dog,
bing, bing, bing. And I felt her. And then, because I had my cousins up there for the funeral from down south, and they didn't know what was going on. So I took the rap for that. It wound up doing 6 months, 5 years probation I got.
Now, you got that time, mind you, when he said Mom Dukes rolled up the newspaper and was whacking them with it.
Word.
It's a grown ass gangster.
Word.
He didn't challenge his mother.
Never.
He didn't cuss at her.
Never.
He ain't raise his hand at her.
Never.
We try to let you young, dumb motherfuckers know you
Right.
have to salute, respect your mama love. You only get one, my nigga. You only get one. I see a lot of you young, disrespectful motherfuckers. Your mom, listen, my mom done bust me in my head with cordless phones, all kind of shit. Yes, mommy. No, mommy. Never challenging, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't think you too tough to take blows or cuss out from your mom. She should be the only person that should be able to do that, and you should have some type of self-control before the line.
That's an absolute fact.
You came from her, respect her to the end, you heard?
Fact.
Man, so, damn, you come out, you get caught up, that's a fucked up way to wake up guns and, you know, flashlights in your face as soon as you get up and shit.
I found out later,
Mhm.
you know, about the investigation. What happened was the police, my cousin who looks like me, identical, he was smoking at the time. And he was downstairs, he made a cell charge to a police.
Wow.
You know, back then, the police officers used to be in uniform and it was on the side. They used to get you right then and there.
Yeah.
So they chased him. When he made the cell, they chased him. He ran to my floor, but next door to me, he ran into another house. That was a crack house instead of to the house that I went. But they thought he ran in my house.
Wow,
So they
that's what they bust the door down.
And my cousin opens the fucking door. She didn't have to open the door. Because they need a search
They
warrant.
need that paper.
Yeah.
We need to see that and let's get to
Right.
that.
You know what I'm saying? That
So
was,
let me ask you this.
yeah.
In the Ville at that time, you know, what product was making the most money? Was it coke, crack, dope?
Crack, man.
Crack.
That crack era back then in the 80s
Yeah.
was overwhelmed.
That shit made dope look
That's
like
it.
weed.
It wasn't
huh?
no heroin out there.
Nah, straight crack,
Straight crack and weed.
crushing shit.
Yeah, because they needed to do rulers first, you heard?
Man.
They started doing rulers, crushing the crack up with the weed. That's how the rulers shit started. And then they started something. Crack, straight crack, you heard? So that's what it was about.
When you found out about crack cocaine, how did you first find out?
There was a guy, God bless the dead, salute to my man Clinton. This is a good story.
Salute.
Salute to him. You know, he got killed. And, you know what I mean? I got introduced to crack through him. I was still in the mid like 89, 87, it was a kid who came from Bushwick, moved in my building, right? And you know, he was a very good kid. And we wound up, becoming real close to him, having a real good relationship with him when he just moved in our building. You know, he was a good, he played all sports, you know what I mean? He played baseball with us, football with us, he played basketball with us, he was an all-around American. What happened was, you know, one day, you know, like a week into him staying there and relating to us, coming out, he called me one day, he said, yo, can I holler at you? He said, yo, come to my crib, man, I gotta show you something. I said, what? Show me this. So I went up to him, lived on the 3rd floor, Clay Coast, man, the college. I went up to his crib, took him to his room, said, come in my room. He said, yo, look what I got. Had a big ass duffel bag. Like this big. He unzipped it from me, he opened it. And I'm like, yo,
What the fuck is that?
what the fuck what you doing with that?
Right.
He said, man, this was selling right now. Not knowing that before he moved to my building, he had to leave. His whole family had to move because dude was threatening because he robbed someone at a young age. And the nigga was big.
Right.
I found out all this shit later on, but that was crazy.
That's how he got his start.
That shit had to been about $20,000 for crack. And what happened was, that I didn't know that he was going back and forth between a foster parents or whatever it is, or he went to DFY, he had to do time. But anyway, make it long story short, he opened the bag, he said, this is crack. He said, yo, I'm gonna give you some. And I knew fiends that lived in my building, but you know, I never had access to crack. So like, I was young, and I'm like, fuck. So he gave me like $5,000 worth of crack. And I was like, yo, niggas like, yo, where you get? I started telling the building, the other niggas in the building that was younger than me, they was like, where you get that from? You making money? I was like, yeah. And then they started going to him, so he started giving up.
Yeah.
He started giving everybody. Like he gave the whole building.
Right.
And then he just disappeared.
What?
Yeah, so we was like, what the fuck? And you know, we didn't know his mother was real mean. So we didn't want to ask his mother, yo, we ain't Clinton that.
Right.
But she always had that attitude when I said, that nigga in jail. Make a long story short, that nigga popped up like a week or two later. It was like, yo, I said, what happened? He said, yo, man, I had to go away for a while, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, yo, anybody got some money for me? I was like, I got some money for you. So I want some more of that shit.
Word.
I was the only one.
Word, everybody else fucked the money up.
Niggas fucked that money up, spent sneakers, got all type of shit, got the dick sucked, all type, excuse me.
Speak your heart.
These niggas were getting their little blows on, you know, these little young niggas, catching these little freak niggas. You heard? Getting their little shit sucked, little fiends in the building, you heard? Sucking their little shit, they was freaks, you heard? They fucked the money up. Looked at me, that nigga gave my motherfucking gun, man, take your motherfucking gun, man. He know what he gotta do. Go ahead, shorty, keep getting money, but that nigga, he violated. I was like, oh shit. He's like, yo, come on, Mike, let's get out of here. The nigga with the maximum mic. Look at this nigga, man. I want to blow that nigga head off.
Right, he done put you in the middle of some shit.
I want to blow his head off so bad.
Yeah, man, he put you in a hot
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of like what separated us from this.
No, I don't blame you, man,
You know what I
because
mean?
you gotta give a motherfucker the heads up on some shit like that,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? But he didn't know he was being ambushed because of the driver knew the whole time where he was going and where he had to go. That they sent them for him.
And he kind of did know, because the thing is, like, yo, if I go hit a spot, I go hit a plug with some shit, and I come and break bread with you, I'm like, yo, KK, man, I just did some bullshit, that's where this shit came from, my nigga. Just in case, you know, it might be them niggas from over there, He could have gave you the heads up, and if you chose to deal with him after that, alright, you accept the consequences that come with that.
That's why I said when his men came, I said, yo, because you told me. He said, yo, I got it from him. And I said, he know the same nigga you took the shit from? He go, yeah. I was like,
you told him you ain't trust that shit.
That's why I brought my gun.
You told him you ain't trust that shit.
Word. Come to find out, the dude, later on out the years, you heard? He was a real big nigga, you know, that used to wear dresses and shit. Like, I don't say his name, but, you know, they called him a certain name, but, you know, and he used to wear dresses, and he was Murder Man, motherfucker.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the dude. He was the dude that snatched this nigga up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, he wound up telling too. He wound up telling me because when I went, like I said, when I went back up north in the 90s, all the little niggas that he had shooting for him, them niggas, he told on all his little soldiers that put in the work.
Wow.
Throughout the years when I found out being locked up.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, that was a story being told.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So let's get back to this island, man.
Right.
1990. After that last 1990, you came home in 1990,
Right. Took the charge for it.
Right.
The crime in the crib. 6 months. I did 6 months on the island. No, 8 months on the island. Did 8 months on the island. I had 5 years probation. Now here I come.
First time on the island, how did you feel walking through that shit? Because I used to hear them songs as a kid, you know, even reggae song, you never long ago, I Rikers Island. And you telling you like, nigga, that shit is real good. Don't go up in that
Coogee rap joint. You know?
Coogee rap shit, you know what I'm saying? Rikers Island. You know, like.
Rikers Island is, Rikers, you don't understand. Right now, I know, Rikers Island is worse than some prisons.
Man.
Rikers Island is definitely worse. Rikers Island is worse than, you're not safe on Rikers Island. You're not, everybody that come up north got cut on the island.
On the island.
So you know, you got cut on the island. When you went up north, you know, niggas do cut.
Little laid back, right. They more stab, yeah.
Right.
They more quick to poke you than slice your shit.
You know what I'm saying? When I went to Rikers Island, you know what I'm saying? When I went to Rikers Island,
Day one.
That shit was wicked. I did my 8 months, but the shit was wicked. You had cats running around, man. You know, you had Spanish motherfuckers that had pet cats in their cell. You're around.
Oh, like cats?
Yeah, real cats.
Oh, shit.
You had the windows busted out. In the winter, they had in the blocks, right? In HDM.
Yeah.
The windows, they had like square windows, square cubes. The shit was busted out. So you had bats coming in, making nests and shit. You had cats running around. Yeah, shit was crazy back then on Rikers Island. You're on HDM. So yeah, it was the environment was a little hostile. You heard? Dudes came in and you had gold fronts or you had gold.
I couldn't believe.
Niggas would cut you.
I couldn't believe that shit that niggas was allowed to wear their own shit.
Yeah.
Clothes and jewels.
Your feet, your clothes, jacket, your jewelry, all of that. You can wear all that on the island back in the 80s.
Back then, right?
Yeah. You know?
And that was the cause of a lot of motherfuckers getting tossed up.
Right. So, you know, but back then it was nothing but, you know, if you was somebody, niggas ain't fuck with you.
True.
So, you know, I was a short nigga. I knocked the CO out on Rikers Island. So, you know, they had another jail, right, in Fort Greene Projects, named Brooklyn Navy Yard. That's how I went to HDM. I was supposed to have done my time in Brooklyn Navy Yard, but I knocked the police out. You know, 4 police on Fort Greene, beat them up, and then they want to put me in HDM, the big house.
Why you ended up doing that? What happened?
And he challenged me, you know what I mean? But I actually challenged him because I was on the phone. So he came by, he said, yo, I got to do the count, I got to get off the phone. I said, nah, man, you can do the count while I'm on the phone. You know where the fuck my bed at. So he went inside the bulk, we cut it off. I was like, you bitch ass nigga. I went wild and started showing my fans, you heard?
Yeah.
Bitch ass nigga, you can't fight me and shit. And that, the year before that, I just fought in the gloves and won the gloves. That's enough, you heard?
No doubt.
Like, you bitch ass nigga, boom, boom, you know, I had a high top. I had the big flat top. Shit,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah, I can't do my shit like this, you know? Looking like Go-Bo, you heard?
No
You know what I'm
doubt.
saying? So, you know, I think see, you know, he thought he could try me because I was short. So, you know, the police gave me a one-on-one with him. You heard? He blocked off both of the exits.
Oh, yeah, they ain't jump you this time.
No, they ain't jump me. He took his belt off. I told him to make sure he take that shit off. We know the shit, the button that they press for other people to come, for other SEALs to come to aid.
Back up shit, yeah.
They did that, you heard? But he took his off, and he went one-on-one, and I knocked him down, beat. He got out, I helped him up. I said, yo, come on, you need help? I hooked him back up, and we went at it again. Beat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Busted shit this time. And he's like, all right, that's enough, you heard? The police is like, nah, that's enough. He's bleeding now. Somebody's bleeding, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I bust his nose. You know what I'm saying? And then that was it, you know. So they wound up sending me to the big house, but not really because of that. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted me, they said my safety, they wanted me out the jail.
Because you would think that they would probably try to come back and see you later on.
Yeah, but I didn't mind me staying there and shit, you heard? But they did that on security issues.
Yeah, that was their
I think
choice.
people was talking, and the police that let us fight, I think somebody said they got in trouble. Something to that extent, you heard? And that's why they moved me. Deputy security wound up finding out that I did that through other inmates. You know, other inmates that work for the CO. Like, yo, you know, Kevin Davis knocked that officer flat.
Yeah,
busted shit. Right. You know what I mean? So they want to move me to a higher secure jail, right? Which is Rikers Island. So I got on Rikers Island, man. So while I'm on Rikers Island, man, you got the big dogs, you heard? You got a lot of dudes, and it's big. It's like, you know, you got like 30 cells downstairs, 30 cells on the top of the bed. You got the windows bust open, birds flying around. You got cats running through. So I'm like, ooh, shit, right? You know, shit's like a haunted castle, you heard?
No doubt.
So,
That's
you
the
know,
best way to describe that
I wound up, you know, getting in the cell, and you know, the guys came through like Fats and Jock and True and Powerful. These dudes already in there. They've been putting in work in the street. And when I came through, it was nothing but love, you heard?
Absolutely.
So when I came through, I was like the little nigga that everybody had to protect, you heard? So when I came through, I was good. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I did my 8 months, I did my 8 months smooth, you heard? You know, I prayed me win the cell and knock a couple people out. I remember, you heard? Niggas, you heard? Win the cell, people who beat them up, take, you know what I'm saying? Niggas put me on dojo rules, you heard? Okay, go get that nigga, that's your age, you heard? I ain't got sneakers on. Oh shit, he got E-tonics? Let me get
through this. Man, he took it back. E-tonics,
you know what I'm saying?
Avias.
Yeah, I took it back.
Travel Fox.
Yeah, I did all that, you heard?
Wow.
Niggas put me on a mission, you heard? Yo, kid, man. So I go in, take niggas sneakers, take niggas comp, you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, you doing good, KK. You know, niggas groom me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
man.
I wound up going through, you know, that. Now I'm back in the street. So this is like 90, 91.
Okay.
I come home 90, and I've been doing. Now I'm in the street. So while I'm in the street, you know, I'm getting money.
Things looking different out now.
Right.
Everything is different on the street.
Beautiful, yo.
Around that time, my folks was getting clapped for JanSport backpacks. You remember them times?
Yeah.
Shit.
But remember, I'm 6 months. I'm on 8 months. I still got 5 years probation.
Fuck.
So what happened in 90? What happened was, while I was out, you know, I was getting money, doing my thing, you know, so I kind of met my wife at the time that you met today.
Right. Shout out to the queen.
Shout out to Lisette Davis, you heard my name, my married wife. So I wound up, you know, catching a couple of cases. The first case I caught while I was on probation. This is crazy. So I went to prison when I started in 93. Before 93, 91, I caught a case while I was on probation. Right? So, but I'm out. Back then, it was like you could bail out and still got to go to probation. So I caught a case while I was on probation. There was a gun charge. I wanted to go in jail, $7,500. I'm out on that bail. Then, while I'm out on that bail, I caught. I'm trying to figure out how it went. Nevertheless, but I want to catch it. Well, I want to be investigated. A homicide happened. I want to be investigated for that.
Damn.
So, but I didn't know at the time that I was being investigated for the homicide. So, you know, at that time, this is how the book DeVille came about. While I heard rumors I was being wanted for a homicide, you know, there was a photographer who came through the projects while I was there with a couple of homies.
Yeah.
You know, supposedly while I was wanted for a homicide. Photographer came with a couple of other people escorting him throughout the projects, and he asked for a picture of me. You know what I mean?
So having that shit.
Nah. When he asked for a picture, he said, "Yo, excuse me, can we take a picture of you and a couple of dudes?" And I said, "Absolutely fucking not."
He looked like Federales, huh?
Yeah. I was like, I don't see white people at that time. Where the fuck did he come from? So I told him, absolutely not. Some way, somehow, like I said, later on down the road, he took the picture, of me at that time. You know what I mean? You know, he walked away, and what happened was a car came by and made a loud noise, and we looked, and that's when he took the picture of us. But at that time, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I found out later. You heard?
Yeah, I believe I seen
If you
that.
see the book, we not
I
even looking
seen, right,
at.
y'all all looking in the direction of the noise and
Exactly.
shit.
We
Yeah.
looking at another we looking at because we thought a gun went off, and we
Right.
just looked like, what the fuck?
Right, I remember the guy had explained that part too on a show that he was on.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So now, you know, now that I hear that I'm wanted, when the book came out, like a month later, the cover of the book came out while I was supposed to still be on the run. The book comes out. Now it's still all over the world. So now I'm in Midtown Manhattan. I called my mother. Your mom, she's like, boy, oh my God, she just started crying. You're all over the news. I didn't know that. You know,
shit.
what are you talking about, Mom?
Right.
He said, yo, they got you on a book cover. I said, what? Just so happened, right? A block away, I'm from the Barnes and Noble store. So I'm on the phone with her. I said, what you talking about, Mom? She said, yo, they got your name. They used the book cover as a water poster for my homicide. They did.
That's fucking crazy.
That is bug. I didn't even know that. I
That's
didn't know none of this
fucking
until I
They
started.
used the book cover in order to capture you. That's crazy.
That's a fact.
So them
that's a
motherfuckers
fact.
riding around with a picture, a copy of the book cover, and then, oh yeah, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. That's how I. That's
So you
exactly.
feel like you would have been on the run a little bit longer if he hadn't have took that
Right.
picture.
And the reward would have been less. You know what I mean?
Factory.
But when that came out and the reward came out 10 times. So now I couldn't trust nobody, not even my own family.
I understand.
You understand? So now I'm, but what made it also short, I hung the phone up from my mother, and I was with a group of people,
Yeah.
women, Dominican chicks, and a couple of dudes from around my projects, my little soldiers.
Right.
We in Broadway, and I said, yo, come on, let's hurry to go to the bookstore, I want to see something. And that sure the fuck was. So as we approached the store door, they had brand new books of the same exact shit in the book I had on personally.
Wow.
So now my people see it, and they like, oh shit, can't get a feel, that's you. I was like,
Yeah. You had on the same
because the
shit
women
that
didn't
day.
know. The women didn't know. They didn't know what I was up there for. They didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, and then I just disappeared from them. I said, yo, I'm going to the bathroom. We walked down the block. I said, yo, I'm going to the bathroom. I disappeared from all of them. I never saw them again. You're, pew, it's gone.
Yo, you never seen him again after that?
Nah, only until I came home.
Till you came home, right.
You know what I mean? That shit was crazy, you know, when I disappeared and shit, you know?
So where did they capture you at?
What happened was, right, I was moving around with a couple of people from Bushwick, Bed-Stuy, East New York, you know what I mean, while I was on the run. Because now I know they was looking for me, and now I know the price of me went up. But I was around motherfuckers that had the same predicament that I was.
Right.
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 They had bodies. So
Right.
I had bodies. So I was comfortable with them.
Yeah.
Because we always on the run.
Running the same way.
We running the same way.
You got
So
the same shit to lose.
that's a fact. So I wound up, you know, moving around and about with them. And then, you know, occasionally I landed back in Brownsville, where someone saw me go inside an apartment building, and boom, they called the police. And that's when I got arrested. You heard?
That's fucking crazy.
Right. So now, you know, it's crazy because what happened was I go inside the building and I go inside the apartment with some woman who smoked, she was smoking, and she didn't tell me that she got evicted. So no, she didn't tell me she got evicted. And I gave this
So
bitch
these
like
niggas was coming any time.
word. Exactly what happened. I just bought 62 grams of hard crack, girl. And I had a vest in her crib.
Those 62s.
Yeah, I had a 62. I had a vest, and I had like 10 boxes of bullets, 9 and 380s. You heard? I ain't had no burner. I made sure I had no burner on me. I'm blessed I didn't, because it would have been a different outcome.
Yeah.
But I went inside the apartment, and I was like, damn. And you know, I came downstairs, and I seen my cousin, and I called my cousin over. I said, yo, help me bag the 62. And he was with his wife. And he's like, oh man, yo, they looking for you all over the world. I said, I know, shut the fuck up. Come upstairs, you wanna make $300? He was like, yeah. I said, this help me back to 62. That's what happened. I went upstairs. And when I came out the elevator to go inside the apartment building, I seen one specific individual. I see him to this day, I don't say nothing, but I know he told.
That one particular.
That one motherfucker told. You heard?
And you see the guilt in his face when
I
you
can
see
see it every time, but I don't say nothing. I never say nobody. I
Right.
never tell you,
Right.
I see him to this day. I said, I know you told, motherfucker. But I look at him and let him know. I know you told. And he can't look at me.
Yeah.
But
That
he can't look at me.
Woo.
But yeah, so what happened was,
Guilt, boy.
while we was in the apartment building, and we brought up, you know, we got into our routine about, you know, bagging up things of that nature. So a big knock came out the door. Boom, boom, boom. I look.
Hit those knocks.
Exactly.
You know who that gonna be.
Exactly.
One motherfucker.
So my cousin looked at me, and I looked at him and I said, it's on. He said, yo, that's full. I said, I know that's full. So I got up, went to the peephole. When I looked through the peephole, it seemed as though someone colored it black.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. So I looked, I was like, oh shit,
yeah.
I ain't want nobody shoot me in my eye.
And yeah, that's exactly
Yeah. For
right,
real,
right.
breeze. Like
yeah.
that shit was crazy. So I moved back. I said, yeah, we get the fuck back. So I said, yeah, start doing it. So I took some of the work off the table, started trying to flush it. And then they started bringing it in. Boom, boom, boom. They broke in. Boom. You know what I mean? I'm in the bathroom locked in. They got my cousin. He out in the living room because he's stuck. He's scared. He ain't moved. He was just sitting there like, waiting for me to go. I'm in the bathroom trying to flush the shit, and boom, they want to bust in the bathroom, they arrested me, they found some shit, you heard, boom, boom, and you know, they didn't know who I was, right?
Yeah.
At that time. They didn't. It was regular police. I thought they knew who I was, but they didn't at that time. I don't think so.
Right.
But when they came in, they arrested me. And, you know, and it was kind of odd. I felt that they didn't know who I was. They asked me my name. So I was like, oh, that shit threw me off. So my name is Keith Williams instead of Kevin Bailey. I'm Keith Williams, but when this is the first offense, I'm like, yeah, for my principal and all that. But when I went to the police station, me and my cousin got in the paddy wagon, right?
Yeah.
I told my cousin before we got to the station, I said, yo, you don't know nothing.
Don't
They're
know
gonna
damn
try
thing.
They're gonna try to put the homicide with you on me because they know it was me more than individuals at the place of the homicide. It was. So I said, they got me. So they feel they got you, but they don't know who you is, so don't say nothing.
Don't say a damn thing. They tell you that from the jump.
Make a long story short, this shit crazy. Make a long story short, they wound up writing a statement for me. My cousin was, you know, illiterate.
Okay.
He didn't know how to read and write.
Right.
But he knew how to sign his name and things of that nature.
Right.
But they wrote a statement out. The police wrote the statement out for him and made him sign it.
That's fucked up.
Right, he's tracked him. So they gave enough ammunition for grand jury to charge him with murder in the second degree and attempt murder, which was on my wife. So that shit was crazy. Yeah, it's deeper than that. I don't really want to go into it.
No, you don't got to. You already know, man. We
right.
Touch too
I did the same thing with Queen's Flip. But
Wow.
anyway, I want to go on Rikers Island. And then at the time, my lawyer, I subpoenaed the police at the scene of the crime, whatever the case may be. I started getting all my information. They let my cousin go, boop, so it's just me in prison. Now I got charged with it. There's nobody else, no court finish, no not, just me.
Yeah.
And what happened was, since my wife was hit at the incident, you heard, I married her, so she was out the question. You know, once you marry your wife, she's not liable to testify against you. It's true. She can see you kill 1,000 motherfuckers, but if she's your wife, they can't make her testify against you. It's deep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good look.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
So I want to marry her on Rikers Island, and that's when I began my journey. You know?
That's when you began your journey.
That's when I began my journey.
So
I blew trial in '93 to my previous
93.
cases that I had, like the gun possession.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I go on Rikers Island, you heard? Back on Rikers Island, and that's when I met, you know, my man, Mark Cross.
Mark Cross.
You heard?
AKA
Right.
Mr. Razor.
Mr. Razor, Hellraiser, you heard?
Razor. I remember reading his name in my paperwork, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Shout out to Mark Cross, man.
Salute, man.
Shout out to my boy, man.
This is GF East Gangsta Bloods, right?
That's a fact. EGB.
EGB, yeah, man.
Word
I
up.
remember reading that shit years ago.
Right.
Years ago.
Right.
Man, so you met with him. Could you, well, I know you probably don't want to elaborate where he got from, but he was already in tune, right? He was already in motion.
He's already in motion.
And he introduced you to the thing.
Right.
So how did he present it to you?
He presented to me, just what happened with me and Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Cross, even at that time, I've never even knowledge or even heard the term blood until I was with Cross. And he explained it, and it was like, it felt, to me, Cross was telling me as if though it was a secret, because he used to always, Cross is weird. Cross used to whisper all the time.
It was Jimmy Whispers.
Yeah! Brotherly love, over our Christian. So he had the oath.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to our flag and to the United Nations of the whole.
Right.
That's the old shit.
Right.
And, like, and to here go for what we stand, one blood, one nation, under one blood. All this crazy. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I
That's
like
deep.
that.
You like that?
Yeah. So, but, while we was on the island together, there was a lot of, little incidents happening where that in some way we felt at a disadvantage. And you could see it, you could feel it when you come in the house, and you could see a lot of superiority with the Hispanic race. Mm-hmm. So right then, I zoned in on everything in an environmental way. So,
yeah.
So one day, me and Cross, right, we went to the mess hall, right? Okay. And we was walking in the hallway in the ACM. Mm-hmm. God bless the dead. Shout out against my man, Dave Brave, you heard? Brave Dave, you heard? Salute to Brave Dave, you heard? God bless the dead. Brave Dave was in the hallway. Yeah. Coming out the mess hall while we was going in. Cross hit me, yo, fuck. I said, why? He said, yo, I said, why? He said, nigga tried to snatch my chain, but he missed. I said, man, fuck, nigga. I said, yeah. I said, damn, Cross, they tried you? I like that nigga. Now I'm not trying to be funny. Right. I said, that nigga tried you? He got hard. Yeah, he got hard. I said, you want to say something? Make a long story short, we went in the mess, so we ate. We came back home, right to the block together, me and Cross. It was really tight, you heard? Yeah. So, and Shaquille was there at that time, too, you know what I mean? But it was like more Cross, you know what I'm saying? Me and Cross was, Cross had his own shit going on, you heard? Little shit going on. And then Shaquille had stripped in, you heard? Yeah. He was moving about, and he knew a lot of these Spanish dudes, too, as well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They didn't fuck with him. Like they looked at Shaquille different than they looked at me and Cross. And even though we was all black, but anyway, make a long story short, I'm just trying to give you a short scenario. No, so, when we came back from the mess hall, what happened was we came back from the mess hall that night when we locked in. We went throughout the day, boom, and then locked in. The bell goes off, wing, wing, wing. So when the bell goes off, right, who the fuck? Well, somebody got busy. So boom, couldn't find out it was the nigga Brave Dave. Brave Dave came to our housing area. And I never forget it. Me and Shaquille told myself the other day, he was in 3 cells. We had the TV cells. It was 1, 2, 3. 1 through 5 or 4 is the TV cells. And Shaquille was like in 2 cells, I was like in 3 cells, and Cross was like 4 cells. We was like all together. We had the TV cell.
One next to each other.
Right. And we was watching on Arsenio Hall. I never forget it. Remember Arsenio Hall?
Yeah, I remember Arsenio Hall.
We was watching Arsenio Hall.
All day.
And it was dark. And the gates cracked. When the gates cracked, guess who come walking through? Who? Brave Dave. Oh, shit. He got this diddy bop walking about him. Like he's bow-legged. He was bow-legged. He had this diddy bop. And he was like, oh, shit. So Cross was like, oh, that nigga done. And I was like, oh, man, it's fucked up. But however, the next morning, we crack out, threw it in the air, yo, reporting Puerto Ricans. I think they went to one of the black dudes like, yo, that dude gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta get him, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like what? You know, they talking to a brother.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he gotta go. You know, back then, brothers like, I don't know the nigga. Fuck him. You heard? I was like, Cross. Nah, we ain't saying fuck this nigga.
Right.
We gonna jump on these niggas.
Right.
That's what I was saying. Cause that's what this was about.
Yeah, unify,
And,
stand up.
and you know what? Cross, I love that. Cross like, yo, you right. You right. And sure enough, shit got popping. You heard? You know? But before it got popping, Cross wound up, you know, leaving, and right? And it was just me and Shaquell. You heard? So we got niggas just pulled back, but you know, niggas was still agitated about him still being in the house. So when Cross left, me and Shaquell got close. And Shaquell, and I was like, yo, man, I'm taking this blood shit serious, man. I'm getting tired of spending motherfuckers and all that, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, man.
Yeah.
You heard? This shit's getting crazy, man.
Yeah.
You heard? And then, you know, I started breaking down the culture of the blood. You heard? Because whatever Cross left me, you know, Cross was feeding me information every day about it. You know what I'm saying?
And you was just soaking it up every chance you got.
So I was like, yo.
You wanted to be involved more and more.
Right. And you know, Shaquell was on me, like, just kept asking me questions about it. He felt it, yo. I was like, yo, it's some militant shit, you know? Because every time I used to go to court, I say, big boom, you know, get away and come back to the block and be like, yeah, man, ate this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the day that you actually, you know, dedicated your life to this movement?
Right.
Do you remember the day that it was?
Yeah.
You remember?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What month was it?
The month of it was in October.
October.
October of no. It was in the winter. It was in January. It was January 2nd of 1994. I remember. Yeah, that's when.
January 2nd, 1994.
January 2nd, 1994. You know,
Yeah,
and you
the
had
second birthday.
Yeah, you had, and you know what? When I got in touch with Cross and he explained to me, and I heard about, like I said on my own Queens, they heard about, you know, the blood. And I told them, I said, yo, man, some old timers in the fucking 6th building. I was in court with them. They burnt themselves. They was burning themselves with dog paws.
Right.
Like being making. I was like, I heard that shit, Cross. You be doing that? He said, nah, I don't know. Them niggas different. I said, they gotta be different because them niggas is old.
Yeah.
Them niggas ain't putting in no work like us.
Wow.
So I brushed that over. This is when I really dedicated myself to it. You know what I mean? When he started breaking it down to me, I was like, man, I'm taking this shit to a different level. Fuck all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened, man.
Elevated that thing.
I elevated it, you heard?
No doubt.
And then, you know, I brought Shaquell home, you heard? Shaquell kept asking me, you know, about it, you know. He did his investigation. I ain't gonna say it. He just ain't jumping to it.
Nah.
He was like, yo, he kept getting out of it, and I kept feeding him some good information. His ears was open to it. He was like, yo, man, I'm taking this, yo. I'm gonna take this to another level. And I brought him home.
Word, man.
I brought him home.
That's what's up.
Brought him home, man.
That's definitely what's up. So
I think Shaquell was some 95. Nah, it wasn't 95, Shaquell. It was 94. You came home early. Because in 95, I was up north already. You know what I'm saying? I remember he was on your podcast. You said y'all came in 95.
March 13th.
Yeah, it was before that. It was definitely before that.
You probably meant to say 94.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm saying?
13th.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
94. Because remember, that's like the year just changing right after that time.
Right.
January, February, March. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So that was you know what I mean, that was one of my blessings, man. When I brought him home, you know what I'm saying, I gave him the oath, you know what I'm saying, and then we put some work in. We put some work in, and he showed me his loyalty like it's no tomorrow. You heard?
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I brought up a few dudes in at that time, you heard? I put them on like Chop, God bless his dad, Ring Dog, you know what I'm saying? You know, throughout my reign, I was bringing dudes home that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, yeah, God bless Ring Dog. I just did a little documentary on him. You know, his wife, his baby mother, I said. His baby mother, oh man, bless her. Boom, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? She complimented me, man, and she was blessed that I did the thing on
Yeah.
Green Dog. You
Keep
heard?
him alive,
Yeah,
man.
Green Dog
I
was
seen it.
my young boy, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Ring Dog seemed like a thorough dude. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Real solid.
Yeah.
You know, just me
Yeah, I had
watching that clip.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that nigga's a real one.
Yeah, Green
And I
Dog.
also seen a big bro sport in that shit too, man. Salute the Blood Sport.
Oh,
He
Blood
just
Sport
came
home. Yeah, he just came home.
Salute
I gotta get up with Blood
yeah,
Sport.
man,
you
we
heard?
need you on in next too, man. Shout out to my guys, man. And shout out to the big homie Pimp too, man. Stop bullshit,
right.
bring your ass up here.
Yeah.
We need you up here too, man. Salute to all my G's, man. But Killer Kev, we out here. You bringing people home, some real stand-up guys, some guys that's,
Right.
you know, that you happy to be associated
A part
with.
of their history.
Yeah, part
right?
of their history.
Very happy to be a part of
Um,
history.
Now, this time, okay, you up and running, you start doing your thing. Is there any other guys that you could name or that you feel like naming that was around? Like, you know, I hear, you know, of course y'all, but I also remember studying names in my paperwork like Deadeye, like, you know, Tankhead, you know,
Right.
all these different guys.
I had so many moments with, you know, so many real writers.
Yeah.
Like Deadeye, like Wildcat, like Wayno, like
You know,
Ghoul,
always heard about
Uptown.
Uptown.
I've been trying to S.I., God bless
God
the
bless.
dead.
Salute to
You know
the
what I
Billy,
mean?
man.
My other Valentine
Strong
homie, man, big up to my man Valentine Money. Shot, you heard?
Ah,
You
salute
know what I mean?
to Big
Salute to
homie,
him.
man.
Valentine.
Starks gang.
I call him Stutter Shot, you
Stutter
heard?
side, yeah.
Yeah,
See, that's how
Stutter
you know
Love.
you know a nigga personally,
Yeah,
man.
you know what I mean? Stutter Shot. I just did a bio on him too on my YouTube. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? His family, they love me, you heard?
No doubt,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Salute
So-
to the VBs, man. They
Yeah,
heavy.
man.
Yo, my relative
Valentine.
Slick, yeah, my relative KO. Salute, free to God, man. He been down for a minute. Salute to KO.
Word.
You know, out here in Jersey, that he's like one of the top Valentines out here and
Right,
shit. You know what I
right.
mean?
Right.
All that, the bloodline runs deep.
That's a fact.
Oh man. Now, what can you tell us? Like, what kind of guy was Deadeye? Was he?
Deadeye, I'm gonna tell you what, I've got to lower my, I'm not lowering my standards, but I'm gonna tell you what kind of Deadeye. Deadeye was the big dog. Yo, he was we was puppies.
No doubt.
We was mean puppies, but he was the dog of the puppies.
No doubt.
When he came down to 1B, all right, the situation, like what happened, when after me and Shaquille and us we put in work, you know, they wound up taking Shaquille and me out the box. I went downstairs to I went to 5 block, right? After the incident that happened with Brave Day, we moved on the Germans. And when we moved on the Germans, there was a lot of people that moved, like, Shockwell, CK was in there. Salute to CK. You know what I'm saying? You know, Brave Dave, he put work in, and we was putting work in. So we all got separated. But I was
Also, Brave Dave ended up turning Damu too?
Nope, he didn't turn
then
out.
he just was riding with the cause.
Yeah,
No doubt.
and I wasn't allowed because he's black. I wasn't gonna allow nobody to do nothing to him of a race. You know?
No doubt.
That's what this was about.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I didn't care what you was. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? If you was black, you was not gonna get moved in front of us like they usually let motherfuckers do. Because you know blacks did. I don't know him, so
Right,
let
we
the
didn't
Puerto
stick
Ricans
together,
jump on him.
right, let 'em be,
I'm
nah.
not doing that. You
No
heard?
doubt,
I don't
man.
care. I'm not doing that.
Did y'all really
But-
stop to think for a second? Because a lot of people don't understand, right? You know, February is coming real soon. And during Black History Month, you always
Right.
see Marcus Garvey, Maya Angelou. We need to start seeing some bloods up.
What?
Because these guys took that stand in our history. We need to see Wildcat in the fucking book somewhere. Say,
Fact.
yo, this nigga stood for the
Fact.
people.
Fact.
We need to see Shaquille, CK, Pimp, Tankhead, all these guys on that front. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So I really, in my heart, people can say what the fuck they want, but I look at y'all as my Black history heroes, man.
Fact.
Y'all took a stand that nobody else had the balls to take.
Appreciate it.
Even though you know the word was, you know, the guys that particularly stood up was the ones, you know, basically getting oppressed, but y'all fought for the guys that couldn't fight for themselves.
Right.
And that's gangster.
That's gangster.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that,
Because
yeah.
instead of just running over them niggas, say, yo, let's come on, man. Follow my lead, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna uplift y'all. I'm gonna be y'all strength.
Right.
And it's time to show y'all how to be strong. And if we, you know, 5 fingers make a fist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but take nothing from you.
Mm-hmm.
We had so much influence that we didn't even have to say, come on with us. They wanted to rock. They were like, I want to be like you.
Right.
So we didn't have to tell niggas to come.
No
They
doubt.
wanted to join this boat.
No doubt.
You know, I gave them that power.
Yes.
I gave them that influence.
Yeah.
I never was the type that could tell Shaq what. You can ask Shaq what, you can ask the kid. I never gave nobody orders to hit nothing for me. Never.
Right.
I done it.
Did your own
when
shit.
I did, listen,
That's
it became a problem. When I zoned in on something and I looked, they saw me look, and they were trying to eat that food before me. And then I gotta eat these niggas to eat my food. Then that's like, you're 1090 shit.
No doubt.
Why you eat that nigga?
Straight
I ain't trying to
tripping.
eat this nigga.
Straight
I'm gonna
tripping,
eat this nigga. And I
Right.
gotta eat you now.
Yeah,
You heard shit
no
like that,
doubt.
but you know it's love.
All day, yeah, you know.
But that's the
racing to the
influence.
plate,
But
man.
that's the influence. That's the influence that you got when you come to this blood shit is real.
Yeah,
You know, I'm like, you know, I want to bring it back. I want it back.
Word.
But let's do it now that we're free. Let's do it. Like all that energy that we put in, why not put it in something?
Positive.
Right. We got people that's looking at us right now, all over the world, that's cherishing us. Kids, you heard?
Word.
Dude hit me last night saying,
Oh,
my
man.
daughter watch you every night. Can you tell her to stop
Every
cutting
night.
school?
I
I said, put her on the
shit.
phone.
Hell yeah.
Look, tell her stop cutting school. Stop looking at me so much.
Word.
Your little ass in school, bro.
Hell yeah.
You got shit like
Day
that.
to day, man.
Right, man. You know, when you
Yeah.
got shit like that, I love it.
Yeah,
But
man.
at the same time, I want people to please push forward
Yeah.
on a positive aspect. That's it, man.
Gangsta.
You know,
Gangsta, listen.
facts,
I'm
man.
gonna tell the people right now, right? I started inquiring blood life at 13 years old. I started running with the set, the baby out the bunch, right? Now, in the midst of all of that, me gangbanging and everything, I never cut school one day of my life. I just want to tell all my little homies that. Never cut school. I was full-fledged banging. I wasn't even supposed to be doing the shit I was doing. But I never cut school one day of my life. That's all I gotta say on that, man.
Fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a
that
fact.
shit don't make you no square, homie.
That's right.
That shit don't make you tender, delicate. That shit make you an asset to the hood.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm
we
saying?
need that.
We need that. Everybody can't. You gotta play multiple positions in this shit. Everybody can't be warriors, man.
Right
You know
now,
what I'm saying?
right now, man, the most important thing I'm trying to stress, I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying to stress, and this is very important. I hope everybody listen to me on this. We need this younger generation. Please listen to me. I'm 50 years old. By the time I leave this earth, I want to see more black people. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I want to see them as police officers, judges, district attorneys, because I want to be arrested by my own peers that I know I'm safe with. That's one. Not by a racist cracker. Not by somebody that's put me in handcuffs and may drive me to the woods to the jail and kill me. I need to be comfortable with my own peers. When I go to jail, I don't need a white person to take my case to railroad me. I need a black person to fight harder for me.
Straight
Two, right? Now three, that's the police, and then that's jail. Now I want doctors. I want black doctors. When I get shot or when I get stabbed, I don't want a white person to be like, there's more likely they're not going to try to save you because they don't like you because you're black. You heard what they did to Martin Luther King?
Oh, yeah.
They said he didn't even die on the spot. They said when he went to the hospital, he was still alive, and they smoked him with a pillow. So
Oh.
watch out. That's
I didn't
deep.
hear that one.
That's
I heard
deep.
some other shit.
That's
see?
deep.
Whoa.
That's history. Martin Luther King was still alive when he got shot. He went to the hospital, they said, man, kill this nigga. And they suffocated him with the pillow. So boom, that's when we get you in position for people like us it helps us build each other up.
Yeah.
So that's why I said we need doctors.
Right.
To try to help save us as much as they can.
Yeah.
Because we black.
Right.
Lawyers get us out of jail because we black.
Right.
Judges to judge us because we black.
Not
We don't
only that.
need no white people for the superiority
Straight up.
to damage us more than we already damaged.
Sure
And
indeed.
you've got to realize that once we damage each other, guess who we go in front of? These people. To be judged again.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
get condemned again. Or we
Absolutely.
get shot, we got to see, this is what I'm trying to tell people. That's deep.
It's way deep, man.
That's-
And not even saying we need more black people so that we can get off or because we can just, give niggas a break and take the shot and like, whatever. It ain't about that. It's just about playing fair. We respect everybody's job title. Everybody got a job to do. Our job is preferably to duck y'all motherfuckers, stay out y'all way, and y'all gotta, do whatever y'all gotta do. But you can't knock nobody for that. And if you're gonna do whatever you're doing, just play fair. You know what I'm saying? Just play fair, man.
Wow.
It is what it is. Like, some motherfuckers go above and beyond. I can't imagine how some people wake up knowing that they're gonna fuck somebody's life up every day. How could you live with yourself knowing that you taking people away from their families, right or wrong, for centuries at a time? How the fuck can you look yourself in the mirror at night or play with your children and knowing that somebody could have did that shit to you, man?
Wow.
I don't believe no human being belongs in a cage. I believe in street justice. Bust a nigga shit open. Fuck it. If it come to it. But nobody don't belong in no cage, man. I don't even like putting my dogs in the fucking cage, man.
Yeah.
Real shit. But anyway, man.
A lot of motherfuckers like these rapos that rape children.
Yeah, kill them.
Now these type of motherfuckers, they still don't belong in cages. They need to die. Tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't do it. But
Right. If anybody, them the motherfuckers.
fuck is right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
But I had a long dispute about, leaving. I go through shit. I'm missing my kids recently. I've been missing my kids, but I refuse to have a judge
You got
who is
kids?
white.
How many kids you
I
got?
got 5 kids.
You got 5 kids.
One
Wow.
one younger than you. Yeah, I'm younger than you.
Ah.
You know what I mean? Then they go. I skipped. I went to prison after her. So I went to prison, did this, then I came out like 35. Had a 13-year-old. You know what I mean? Got a 12-year-old, and I got a 10 and 9-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Gangsta.
So yeah, but what my 10 and 9-year-old, the youngest two, mother, takes me. You want to talk court, and my thing is, and I stress this a lot, and I hope, it's not because I don't love my kid. I love my kids and I miss them, but I refuse to go to court and allow a white judge to tell me what time, how long I can see my kid, because then you make it seem like this judge is stronger than their father. You making me look like a weak motherfucker.
Factory.
So now I don't want nothing to do with nobody.
Factory.
When they grow up, they gonna know who I am.
Exactly.
But
you can't
I don't
say
want
that.
nobody to think or get the misconception. I don't want to see my kid. I love them. They're
Yeah,
pretty kids.
man.
I got pretty kids. Beautiful kids. Like, I know I'm gonna have a problem with them when they grow up. My sons are handsome. You know what I mean? I love my sons. I love my daughters. But I refuse to let any of my baby mothers put me in a position where I gotta answer up to someone who has no relationship to my kids, to see them, and so on, and how long I gotta see them. I refuse.
Ladies
Fact.
and gentlemen, y'all have to, more so ladies, little girls, no disrespect to nobody, but my thing is this, right? Everybody moves on in the point of time. Don't let these babies suffer behind your emotions, you know what I'm saying? These kids suffer the most in the end when you playing these kind of games. You using these babies as bait. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool at all. And I'm not saying that's what's going on with Big Homie's situation. I'm speaking to the women out there that got hundreds and thousands of fathers feeling the same exact way. I went through the shit myself, man. And I had the same attitude, and my mama even told me the same shit. You know, your baby always gonna know who you is. You know, eventually one day they'll come for you. You know what I'm saying? You just got anybody out there that's dealing with that shit, stay strong, keep your head up, stay positive, optimistic. Things gonna work out in your favor as long as you got that attitude. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this, big homie. Do you feel as though you are so much of an impact that your children may want to follow in your footsteps? Do you think any of them gangbanging or want to gangbang? And if you found out, how would you feel?
If I found out, I would immediately put that to a stop. You're not gonna be like me.
No doubt.
You're not gonna wear red. You're not gonna ask me, Dad, what's this and this, that? Because they try, you heard? They question me. Because you know they on the phone all day. And they see these blogs about me. Yeah, and I told their mother, make sure you block that out. They like, I don't want them to see that. You know, they know me as being a crazy dad. I fall, bust my ass on a hoverboard all the time, you heard? Slow myself up, you know. They know me jumping on trampolines with no socks and shoes on, you heard?
As they should.
You know what I'm saying? As they should. For that. But don't, you know, I don't want to expose them to that life. But I know as they get older, you know, they're going to know. Because people are going to tell them, your dad this, your dad that. Whatever I did in life, your dad did this, your dad did that. Your dad is the leader of this, your dad is the big homie of this. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? They're going to hear that. You know? But it's going to be my job to explain it to them as much as possible and tell them that, you know, tell them the positive and negative aspect of it.
Yeah, pros and cons is a must,
That's it. That's going to
gotta
be my
know.
answer.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's deep. So we all know camaraderie is deep, especially when you up against those kind of odds in prison, man. Just in the world, period. Who were some of your closest allies other than the non-trade gangsters? Before you know, Damu started spreading out, before, you know, it got bigger and other sets started to merge. We're gonna get into that too, but I wanna know, like, other than NTG, the Damus on the East Coast, period, who were your allies?
Like the allies,
meaning like any other street gang or any other clique that was around y'all?
I didn't have
that.
I concentrated wholeheartedly on non-trade, Billy's.
No doubt.
So, you know, I just stayed with the Billy shit, you heard?
Yeah.
You know, every day, all day. It's like, you know, because, you know, you had sets, and I mean, you had other gangs that was there before non-trade, before Billy.
Right.
And they wasn't successful about when we was coming up.
Yeah.
We was becoming a brand name.
Right.
So while it was from the beginning that we was coming with a brand name, I didn't really give a fuck about nothing else. I'm gonna keep it real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was just this. That's it. Tunnel vision.
Yeah. And I wanted to keep it. And plus, you know, we was isolated a lot to where that we didn't really see things or see other things.
Y'all was just in your own.
We had our own zone,
section,
our own section, and
now,
if you made up shit, we didn't know. We heard about it, but we was going to court. You know, Ep.4 dishonor. You had Young Guns. You had all these little things coming up. Young Guns, Ep.4 dishonor, DVD. You had you know, Dominican DP, and you know what I'm saying. I'm talking about besides the Latin Kings, and I'm talking about some black things that came up while we was blood.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I gotta be honest with you. We heard about these little secret, you know, games like the DVDs and YG, the Young Guns.
Right.
What's the other set? That my man from Jersey. He from Jersey. He made a set. He was on Rikers Island. Oh man, I forgot the name of this set. But they wasn't blood. They was like a brotherhood thing too. But anyway, man, I forgot about it. But these little things, little things that was going on, it was just moving around, and you barely hear everything, or you barely heard anything about it. Barely did. Barely did. So I just kept, focusing on, non-Trey.
No, Trey, no
Because,
doubt.
because I was surrounded every day, all day around the Billy.
No doubt.
And it got stronger, and they got deeper, and they got more tighter.
No doubt.
And that's what I concentrated on.
So,
before GK,
no doubt, absolutely. It's day one shit.
Right.
Now, who, excuse me, is there anybody in particular that came home, Trey, you said to yourself, oh shit, y'all, that you couldn't believe turned homie? Somebody from the streets that you may have been fly with, or somebody that you would never thought in a million years would have turned Damu? Anybody like that you could think of? Say, oh shit, when the fuck you do that? Who the fuck put you on? You start doing that? When you start doing that? You know, nobody in particular.
I can't think of a top. I can't think of a top.
Right, because, coming up, it was a few guys that, came into this thing afterwards. He was like, oh shit, like this my nigga. Like, he was a get money nigga. I wasn't thinking that he was into this kind of.
But I'm gonna tell you a secret. It's not even a secret.
Right.
Well, if you put it that way, I can name a few, but we was in 1B, right? And this so happened like me, Wildcat. We had a rich me, Wildcat, Dead Eye, Ghoul, Wayno, Uptown, Duke Mafia, Fox, Creek. There was a lot of them.
Right.
We always in there. A lot of these dudes wasn't blood. They was like Young Guns and Jamaican Posse, the Lions and all that.
Yeah.
But
shout out to
there was
Black
people
Lions.
that came down,
Right.
and there was people that we initially made food. We cut, and but being that we was on an island, and they held us a certain amount of time on Rikers Island, and when we went upstate, these same dudes that we cut, they was blood upstate.
Wow.
And when we get up there, we like, and these niggas got stars and Stanley. So I go upstairs like, I gotta cut that nigga. They was like, nah, son, you can't do that. He homie. I'm like, nah, you don't fuck that shit. But they never could say nothing to me about it. And they said, like my man God bless the dead, shout out to G Shine, Robo Just. Robo Just is always trying to
shout out to the
big shout out to Robo Just. Robo Just, I've been to so many spots with him, and he used to be always pay me. He'll be like, man, he'll give me what you don't hit nobody no more. KK, go home. I'm like, what the fuck you going with you? I hit that nigga got a gun, so what the fuck? You Just be like, man, just beat the nigga up. I'm like, nah, son, that shit don't work. You just don't beat somebody up. And he be like, man, what the fuck? You heard? He be getting tired at it. He used to get tired at it because I'm going to do it, you heard?
Right.
I'd be like, well, Just, man, notice when I move. I said, I know, okay.
What kind of guy was Robo, man?
That dude was a magnificent bro, man.
Yeah.
Robo Just was
the lock.
our first encounter, man. Our first encounter with Robo Just, man. It was on the island. I see him going to court, but we really got tight when he went to Wendy's. And I remember when he first came with that big chain on, and he had diamonds in the locket, a cross with diamonds. And I said, Joe, how the fuck you get that chain in there? Why you wearing it out like that to the best song? The niggas don't fuck with you. And he was like, nah, son, you know who I am. I was like, salute, big homie, you heard?
No doubt.
I was like, I don't like that. He was like, yeah, son, But it's love with him, man. You know me? You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of love with him, you heard?
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Joe. Shout out to my man, Robo Just, man.
Salute, man. Sean Paradise, big homie, word.
Word up.
Always heard a lot of good things about him. Unfortunately, we never got to meet physically.
Right.
But, like I tell motherfuckers, hey, and you ain't never met Malcolm X neither, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That don't mean that you can't big him up and have admiration for him, you know what I'm saying? He did a lot for us,
Right.
Word. Now, has anybody from out of state ever came in 1B claiming that they was blood? Did they send anybody else from like California, any other state down there?
There was one dude on the island, was one dude, but he was a Crip. named Tall Boy. And he was running with us.
Right.
And he put work in with the Bloods and the homies.
And he wasn't from New York.
And he wasn't from New York. He had the California swag, the accent. He was like a Snoop Dogg for real.
Oh, shit.
He was walking that walk, you know how they be walking, like that duck walk, you heard?
Yeah.
I was like, that
Tall
nigga,
boy.
he wasn't, his name was, he wasn't about, other people call him Slim.
Yeah.
I call him Tall Boy, I'm short.
No
but
doubt.
he put in that work, and he moved with us, man. It wasn't about colors, man. We didn't bang for colors.
Yeah.
We banged for one thing, and we black. We against all.
No doubt,
That's
man. That's gangster. I wish things, was that way for my side. I'm gonna tell my story,
right.
one day.
Mm-hmm. In particular, I met another dude by the name of Short Boy. And I never forget, I met him upstate though, in Adam. And Short Boy was an original blood. He was West Tree Pyro. This is how he did his shit.
Oh,
he taught me early how to stack. I began stacking. I'm the one who was really stacking because we no longer didn't want to do writings in prison.
Right.
So I would teach everybody the alphabet, A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's it. Fuck out of here, nigga. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
No
I know all that shit, you heard? I know how to stack. Bad.
No
But that nigga Short Boy was from California. His mom lived on Elm Street. I used to call him Freddy's Krueger. Word up.
Salute
he
to
was
the
a real.
peas.
He was a real homie.
No
so
doubt.
I breathed him. That's how I got my education up more about it. The life, the breath, the mind, the heart. He walked. His arms swing they arms swing a certain way when they walk. The Cali niggas, the Cali buzz, they got that triple arm, you heard? And that triple walk.
Right.
Like, look at these niggas. Yeah, you be like, oh shit, But yeah, that's how it was, man.
Whoa.
But shout out to Short Boy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
he was like one of the ones that I met in prison that I looked up to. And he was younger than me, but he knew his shit. He had pictures of his father in '66 with red on, throwing it up with the afro and the Converses.
Oh, wow.
In '66, the picture was in black and white.
Wow.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yo, the thing is this, right? Now, you got so many people in the beginning, man. In the beginning, when it came to this thing of ours, the West Coast homies gave us a hard time like we gave them a hard time with hip-hop, correct?
Absolutely.
When you first started hearing about the West Coast homies basically shitting on us, how did you feel, man? How did you take it when you found out, like, yo, niggas saying we copycatting anything and this, that, and the third? How did you feel when you first started hearing these interviews
when I felt
and shit?
about the West Coast, how they felt about us, and the things that they said, I took it as if, all right, we can't do nothing, but we're gonna continue to build our brand to an extent to where it's that we still gonna seem different than them.
Right.
I don't want to. They said I don't want to think that they set our trend. That's one of the things I try to avoid about this blood thing. And that's why when I got on Queens Club, he said, I said, I don't want to hear nothing about the West Coast. I don't want to talk about what we did. We copycat. I don't want to hear nothing about OG Mac.
Right.
Because I don't want to feel that we bloods because of OG Mac. I don't know who gave this motherfucker that incentive, that power, that instructions. But he snuck in. OG Mac snuck in this game because he not putting in work. We was putting in the work. We made it a name brand. Somebody gave him the patent.
Right.
Somebody along the way gave OG Mac the patent to it and stamped it. By mistake.
By mistake, like a motherfucker.
I don't give a fuck what nobody says. By mistake.
No doubt.
Word.
No
I'm going to
doubt.
keep it content like that.
No doubt. No
Word.
doubt. Got got to, you know.
Word, man. You
So,
know.
definitely, man. At that point right there, now, it's funny. I remember you telling me how you ended up running into that guy. I know you don't want to talk about him, but what kind of guy was he when you know, first ran into him and found out who he was?
Pimp could tell you, Gambino could tell you, and I'm gonna tell you right now because
Well,
Pimp,
Gambino from the Blazing Billies, the
no, Sex, Money, and Murder.
Yeah, Sex, Money, Murder. Yeah.
Me, Pimp, Gambino,
Right.
and at that time, Gambino and Pimp, that was my boys.
No doubt.
But they wasn't blood at that time. It was in
Okay.
'95. They wasn't
Right.
blood. I was. I came into their house. OG Mac was there.
Right.
Now I left the part out in the last one, but I'm gonna make sure I got Pimp. I got you on this one because he introduced me to OG Mac.
Pimp introduced
And
you.
Pimp introduced me to OG Mac. I forgot about it. Pimp introduced me. He brought that nigga to me and said, "Yo, you know this OG Mac?" And that's exactly. I said, "You OG?" Because Pimp knew what was going on before OG Mac introduced himself to me. There was a lot of bullshit going on with OG Mac. You know, niggas didn't respect him. And he wasn't claiming blood. He wasn't, I don't know what it was, he wasn't telling me, but I came in and he knew I was blood. I had the red, look, I had the all, Wildcat, I tell you, Wildcat had the all green canvas Nikes, the Uptown Air Forces. I had the all red Air Forces. Me and Wildcat got our sleeves at the same time.
Switched them.
We switched.
One period piece, yeah.
He got the green, I got the red.
Yeah.
I came down and with the C95 with the all red canvas Air Forces. It was a 95. I had the all red plaid hat. I had the blue state jeans that they give you, and it had the white state shirt. When I came to the house, they knew what it was.
Yeah.
And the only reason why they blowing on Puerto Rican is my sons, and Pimp and Star, they had the house shook. And it was like, yo, KK, you ain't gotta blow none of these Puerto Ricans in there. These niggas soft. I said, yo, I don't like these niggas living around me. You heard? So come on, KK, chill out. I said, all right, I'm gonna take that word for it. Sure enough, they had the house. They had the phone. You know what I mean? Salute the Pimp and They had the phone. They had the phone. But OG Mac didn't have no time on the phone.
Damn, and so they had that on the strength of Un and Pimp.
It's a fact.
Oh, man.
On Pimp and Star.
And Star,
and
salute.
Star, salute. You heard? From LG. But
Oh,
anyway, I come in, I got time, you heard? I'm moving around, I'm playing with Un and Pimp, chasing around. They used to play with me all I used to play with them. They like, yo, we Crips. I bet, oh, what up? We go around hitting nigga head with pillow, beep, 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 beep. We used to fight all the time.
Yeah,
It was like, and we bonded. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I bonded with Pimp, I bonded with Un, you know what I'm saying? And then a couple of days go by, you know, I see homie here and there. I didn't zone on him, you know what I'm saying? But I see a lot of things going on with him. I said, yo, man, you know, leave that bro alone, man, leave him alone.
Right.
And I guess, you know, one time he was on the phone and Star hung the phone up on him. And Star was like, yo, you gotta use the phone, KK? I was like, nah, let him get on, son. Let him get on the phone.
Oh, shit.
And that's when after, no, for real, that's when after Pimp, when they got OG Mac and said, yo, that nigga KK, nigga, you better go, I'm gonna introduce you to him. And that's when he introduced that nigga. Pimp introduced OG Mac to me.
Wow.
For real. That's a whole fact.
That's crazy how that
Pimp brought him to me.
So
Pimp brought OG Mac to me.
when you realized that nigga was OG Mac,
I said, what the fuck is you doing?
tail between the legs, huh?
Yo, man. You know, and like I said, I'm glad I was a big influence on OG Mac because yeah, Pimp though, you know, after I had the house, you know, after we was in the house, you know, that nigga start talking more. His Diddy Bop was bad. He had a bop to his Diddy Bop. And so, you know, Pimp was like, look what you did to this nigga.
As you see, you took the
Pimp's
looks off.
like, look what you did to this nigga. I said, that's my son now. You know?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And I wound up cutting something and wound up leaving after that. But
Right after that,
yeah,
man.
I was like,
And
you
you
know,
splash something anyway.
yeah, I splashed
You know what
something.
I mean?
Anyway.
Had to. You
I
just
didn't
was
have to.
hungry,
But I
man.
was like, man, this nigga, what the fuck? Boom, fuck out of here. You know, the police came in and fucked me up and shit.
Oh, man.
That's how I am, man. I get bored.
Right,
I get
right,
bored.
right.
And I'm so used to
Start
eat, I
seeing
get bored.
red,
I'm
yeah.
like, that niggas looked at me funny. Nah, I'm kidding. Okay, you bugging out. I was like, alright, fuck it, you know.
So this time now, it's still non-trade gangsters. This is the only blood set at the time.
Only blood set at the time.
So, okay, before it started, branching off to all these different sets, did it hit the streets yet?
1995, GKB came about. No, before that.
No,
it started hitting the streets.
Before the set started, the other sets was born. It started hitting the streets?
It started hitting the streets, but these niggas was bugging out.
It was bugging.
Yo, these little niggas, they was taking names, blocks off the street. Like Blake Ave Blood, Sutter Avenue Blood, and Red Hook Blood.
Oh,
and they was out there cutting babies, doing all type of crazy shit.
Wow.
And it hit the streets, and went crazy in the streets. And then the news became more popular on the news. The Bloods in the streets. So it started from Rikers Island, and now you got us, one of the original motherfuckers. They like, we got to zone in on a bigger picture inside the print.
So that's fucked up. Y'all catching all the flack when these idiot ass niggas
doing
on the street.
unnecessary shit in the street. So what happened was when they came in, did that sucker shit, whatever, that shit didn't count no more. So we like, you want to be blood, nigga? Ain't going to the police, nigga.
Right.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, because there's no victory in hitting a civilian.
No. That's not what
that
it's
was
about.
the part that was in our paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
That's
what the fuck? A real gangster gonna attack another gangster, not a civilian.
What?
Come on, man.
So
hit the police. Yeah,
hit the police. You know what I mean? If not, then a lot of them fessed up. A lot of them went to PC. A lot of them went home. And, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, that shit is real in there. They went to the streets, told niggas in the street. That shit real in there.
So when, some cats that came back, trying to claim they shit, and y'all never gave it the green light, y'all automatically made them switch to Billy, or they just had to drop their shit, period. Don't bang nothing.
No, if they came in,
and they was claiming some other shit.
Yeah. And dropping that.
Dropping that. You got to join.
Automatically, you ain't no good.
Ain't nothing right.
And 9 times out of 10, a lot of people was blowing them. Y'all, like, it was sad. Just something that came in, I'm like, I'm going to give you opportunity, nigga. Fuck, you better do this, do that. But you ain't that shit don't count what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a fact.
Right. So, the structure came back and, in full play, because now these niggas got an answer for the shit they was doing to, innocent people, man. You know what I'm saying? It reversed on their ass.
Fact.
Which is a good thing, and the people probably had no clue that it was, internal justice, happening. Because everybody wasn't with that shit. Like, this goes back to the origin. It was made, pardon my soul, it was made to stand up for the people, not to oppress the people.
Right.
So when niggas started doing that, they supposed to have got dealt with. Meanwhile, in New Jersey, boom, I should have never said that. I should have asked you, what was the first place that you heard of Damu's expanding to outside of Rikers Island? Was it upstate? Was it in another state period? Or
the blood started expanding out.
Other than the street?
Other than the street?
Yeah. When you first started.
It started from in jail.
Right.
And
started
then,
from jail
and then it went out to the streets.
Yeah.
Because you did have some people that was legit that went home to the streets and they made it big.
Right.
Which is one like OG Mac. You heard?
No doubt.
Mac came on and he went to Harlem and he started his shit and that was official then. It was official because he was home.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he took that, he took that position. And then it started going to different states.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, then it started.
What was the first state that you heard it in, other than New York?
Jersey and
Philly.
Jersey and
Philly.
Philly.
Fucked up about that shit,
I was like, yeah.
Like, oh shit.
He was like, yo, non-trade, yo, GKB, yo, Valentine. And that shit with the countries.
Hell yeah, motherfuckers in New Zealand trying to throw it up and all that shit. Where you going, nigga? Just tell me the other day.
Yeah.
They're like, yo,
in New Zealand.
New Zealand? What the fuck? Looking at a map like, yo, nah, you gotta come up here.
Yeah.
What you think this is?
Yeah.
Tapping over here.
Yeah.
Well, to everybody,
Yeah.
but some shit you just can't do.
Nah, I got London, land.
I ain't doing no internet recruiting, motherfucker. That shit is out the way. You crazy.
I got London, Canada,
Wow.
Australia. You heard?
Wow.
And you know,
all of that shit.
yeah. But you know, the most interesting, I'm gonna put this out there real fast. The most interesting thing is that I was telling Wildcat this morning.
Yeah.
I said, you know what makes me feel good? You know, it makes me feel good that I get a young homie and that comes up to me and go, yo, Killer Cat, I appreciate the work I appreciate the way you paid this for us.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You know, that lets me know. That lets me know that he acknowledged that all the pain and suffering that I put in to make it better for them. This young man is acknowledging that I paved the way for him. He said, I appreciate these young men. It's not just once. Occasionally I get a couple of people, I bump into them on the street, and they like, yo, I love the way you paved the way your homie, and that's acknowledgement.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good than a nigga. That makes me feel good than a nigga giving me the $1,000. Fuck that $1,000. What that nigga just said and what I just done to his life, and I appreciate it. That brought the best out of me.
Yeah, because they don't understand. It's the story of the underdog. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, y'all did what motherfuckers dreamed they could have did. You understand what I'm saying? And you know. Sometimes I say, damn, I wish I was around, you know what I'm saying, around them times and shit. So, but I did my part across the water, you know what I'm saying, on the street, you know, worldwide taking this thing to all over. But, man, one thing I know is that nobody can ever do what y'all did again. You understand what I'm saying? That shit right there. It's Black History Month shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
that'll never happen again.
Black History Month shit, that's how I look at it, real talk. I never been no cheerleader, never been no dick rider. I just pay homage to those that came before me, that laid the carpet down so that I could do this, you know what I'm saying?
But if you go in, and this is why I incorporate, this is another thing, just like I read Shockwell came up here, you know, he's so political. And there's a lot of things that me and Shaqua touched on. I forgot that I mentioned. We incorporate things to, you know, how, you know, I incorporate things because I'm George Jackson, blood in my eyes. Now George Jackson, you know, part of a BGF BGF, Black Gorilla family, back in the West Coast. His nature. His aura is what, as a young kid, as a blood, that I read about so many times. His character, how he died. That's why, listen, you know, when you are inmate in prison and you take the initiative, right, to always go at police, you asking to die.
Right.
George was asking to die.
Right.
I incorporated his soul by reading his book. I was asking to die for my peoples. He did it for his peoples. I was doing it for my peoples. Word. You heard what
real talk.
Shaqua said? I think I was against police.
Yeah, man.
I was doing things that other bloods was afraid to do. That's what made me. But I had no problem if you got in my way. If you was another motherfucker too, I'd team him. Down.
Right.
But my thing was police.
Yeah. I
jumped on police every chance I get. How the fuck you cannot understand my history? How do you don't understand my history?
Real shit.
Out of all the bloods, I was the most violent towards police and administration.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level of shit.
That's a whole fact.
That's a whole nother level because a lot of niggas, including myself, you know what I mean? I'm not even, listen, hey, fuck, I'm trying to get back to my babies, man. Fuck y'all, niggas. Yeah, including myself. I ain't doing it. Listen, I might splash one or two, but continuously, listen, man, fuck it. I remember you said how they